free yourself from a destructive program about money. This mindset helps you with personal growth. Written and read by Bernhard Kutzler. We are programmed to save money. If we want to buy something that costs more than we have, that makes sense. But saving money to achieve financial security is a social program. In the following, I will explain why this program is destructive. Growing up, I was programmed to save money. Parents, relatives, and teachers told me, "Save money, so you will have money in case of an emergency," which is the German version of the saying, "Waste not, want not." This argument sounded logical, so I regularly filled my piggy bank. I learned not to spend money unnecessarily, but no one told me what was necessary and what was not. The above phrase creates a security mindset. It is based on pessimism and fear, as it focuses on the possibility of an emergency. It reflects Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. But is this law even true? Yes, it is a pessimistic formulation of a mathematical truth. But there is also an optimistic formulation, namely, everything that can go right will go right. Sounds much better, doesn't it? The underlying mathematical truth goes back to the British mathematician Augustus de Morgan. Whatever can happen will happen if we try long enough. Here's an example. Rolling a 6 is less likely than not rolling a 6. But if you roll the dice often enough, you will eventually roll a 6. The following thought experiment is one of the most amazing illustrations of this mathematical truth. Imagine an ape sitting at the computer keyboard typing letters. What is the probability that the ape writes Shakespeare's Hamlet? It is highly unlikely, but it is not impossible. The truth is, it will definitely happen at some point. The key is that this experiment has no time limit. If we set a time limit, for example, the age of the universe, which is estimated at 13.8 billion years, the probability of it happening is extremely low. Only if we allow for eons greater than anything you can imagine will it happen at some point. Just like the German phrase, the English saying, "waste not, want not," creates a security mindset and leads to asceticism. But we are here to experience abundance. We do so when we grow. For this, we need experiences. Find out more in my article, How to Find Your Purpose in Life. Children lead a life full of growth. How about you? Each of your activities belongs to one of two categories. Either you do something that you have done before or that you know how to do. That is, you follow a program. Or you do something you have never done before. The former is functioning, the latter is creating, and creating means growth. Functioning is boring, but it is safe. Growing is fun, but risky. Children don't want to function. They are constantly taking risks, have a lot of fun, and grow in the process. Most adults shy away from risks. They have learned to trade growth for security. If you learn to save money so that you have something in case of an emergency, you have swapped fun for boredom. Taking risks means investing, and money can help with that. My role model for a life of investing is the Spanish painter Pablo Picasso. He left his family and renounced an illustrious career as an artist in the tradition of the Spanish masters. He went to Paris, where he lived as a very poor artist. Pablo just wanted to make art in new art styles. He subordinated everything to this. He lived in the Bateau Lavoie, a dilapidated building with 20 apartments, no heating, and only one toilet. Hence, he could invest almost all his money in paints, brushes, and canvases. It paid off. He had a deeply fulfilling life, in which he created 50,000 works of art in ever-changing art styles. At the end of his life, he was very wealthy. But that was never his goal. He never strived for money or possessions. He only valued money because of the opportunities it offered him as an artist. Picasso put it like this: "I want to live like a poor man with a lot of money." A security mindset is not just about money. It includes all kinds of possessions, such as shares, real estate, precious metals, jewelry, etc. They are frozen money that can be thought when needed. The problem with possessions is that, in reality, it is not people owning possessions, but possessions owning people. Possessions make you unfree, and this begins with the fear of losing them. I explain how this programming arises in my books Curiosity, The Mental Hunger of Humans, and Being Free, Get Out of the Box. At the beginning, I said that if you need something that costs more money than you have, you should save up for it. But how do you know if your need is truthful? It takes a lot of practice to find out. My articles, How to Become What You Truly Are in 7 Steps, How to Be More Successful in Self-Exploration, and What Do You Need, will help you with this. In 2014, these insights accompanied my decision to isolate myself socially so I could focus on my explorations. I ended my careers, said goodbye to family and friends, and sold my apartment. I wanted maximum freedom and flexibility, and enough money to live on for a few years while focusing entirely on self-exploration. Since then, I have invested everything in my explorations and further growth. It was the best decision of my life. I talk about it in my article, Why I Socially Isolated Myself for 3.5 years and What Came Out of It. Finally, here is a metaphor. Imagine owning a haulage company with a fleet of 10 trucks. In order for your company to flourish, all trucks need to be on the road as often as possible to do what they were built for, transporting products. You wouldn't park the trucks and enjoy the sight of them every day. If you want to grow, your money needs to be on the move. That is what money is made for.